Dela writes, my MVVs, welcome.
Yes, so report reaching us right now is that Ebony has moved out of the palace in bitterness. I am not a side chick to the Ooni of Ife, and I am also a queen, and I should be treated that way. That while she was moving her things, that she was swearing that she would deal with Olori Naomi, that Naomi would never ever come back to the palace. Now, they said, the walls of Ile-Ife are trembling again. Ebony has officially moved out of the palace, and not in peace but in bitterness. After a stormy confrontation and deep emotional outburst, she declared, of course, as we are hearing that, I am not a side chick to the Ooni of Ife. I am a queen too. But this isn't just ordinary drama. This has now become a spiritual matter because the gods of Ile-Ife have spoken and the consequences are not light. Okay. Ebony, of course, they said she finally packed her bags and stormed out of the palace after, weeks of tension. They trigger ongoing jealousy over Queen Naomi's rising favor on an undeniable presence in the Ooni of Ife's heart, from flying on the Ooni's, brand new Gulfstream G700 jet to private birthday getaway in Dubai. Queen Naomi has been living the life of royalty while Ebony feels increasingly sidelined, okay? Eyewitness say that, on her last night in the palace, Ebony was overheard, shouting in rage, I will not be treated like a concubine. I am a queen. I came into this palace with dignity, and I will not be reduced to watching Naomi walk around like she owns the crown, okay? And then came the most shocking part. She swore to deal with Queen Naomi by any means necessary. She reportedly screamed, this name, I will show her that she is not the only one with, fire. She will see what I am made of. She took the spotlight from me, and they said it's a whole lot of basbos, tantrums, and all of that. But just as Ebony was declaring spiritual warfare, they said, Iyagba, you have heard about Iyagba. Iyagba is about the oldest woman in the palace, okay? One of the oldest and most respected priestesses in Ile-Ife was called upon. The elders concerned by Ebony's outburst and Rich consulted on the spiritual consequences of such action, okay? Iyagba came with her, Iyagba is there inside the palace. They said Iyagba came with a message, and her message shocked everyone. That Iyagba said, this one you are challenging is not ordinary. Queen Naomi has been marked by the gods. Her presence in the palace was ordained. You, Ebony, if you do not leave Queen Naomi alone, you will not just fight Naomi. You will fight the spirit of Ile-Ife itself. You will fight the ancestors, and you will not win. Okay? That was what Iyagba said to her. She ended with a chilling declaration. If you stay on this planet, okay, if you stay on this path, Ebony, you will Kpai for the sake of Queen Naomi. This is not the first time people have been saying this. This their thing, is getting so bad. The jealousy is getting so bad. And I think God has given them enough time to change their ways and understand that Queen Naomi is a woman of destiny. There's nothing they can do anymore. You have fought and fought and fought, you're not winning. You have fought Queen Naomi, you're not winning. Every time you fight, it does seem as if you're being shamed more and more. How come you don't understand that? Queen Naomi has the mark of God in her. Okay. Now, Delara, this is not just about, just the drama. This is a serious traditional and spiritual implication. They say that in Ile-Ife, the ancestral seat of the Yoruba kingdom, the Ooni is not just a king. He is the spiritual representative of Oduduwa, the progenitor of the Yoruba people. Every wife that enters his palace is expected to submit not only to royal authority, but to divine order. Okay? To publicly challenge the will of the gods, especially concerning a chosen queen, is to, cause self-destruction, and those who have tried before, history does not speak kindly of them. One palace elder even whispered, in our history, no one has raised a hand or had against a chosen queen. no one who has raised a hand or heart against a chosen queen that has survived. The gods protect their own. Ebony in her rage is now walking a dangerous path, the path of Orugun to Odo, the rival of destiny. That's a Yoruba saying which warns those who fight. Someone chosen by divine destiny. This is what we are hearing. And when she's now out of the palace, reports say she is not at peace. Neighbors say she talks to herself. Some say she had disturbing dreams and her own family are worried about her. But one thing about Ebony is used to packing and going and packing and coming back. Oletik is used to packing and going and packing and coming back. These women, they can't do without the Ooni of Ife. They want to be with the Ooni of Ife. They want to be in the spotlight. Who told you Ebony is going anywhere? She is not going anywhere. She will pack and go and she will pack and come back. That is what she does. She has done it before and she will even do it again. They say even her aunt, who once encouraged her to stay strong in the palace, told her jealousy will ruin you. And if you raise your hand against Queen Naomi, it will not be Naomi you are fighting, it will be the gods. You will not win. You need to stop. This level of jealousy has to stop. This is a lesson for all. You can't force grace. You can't fight favor. Queen Naomi didn't need to shout, plot or compete. She simply walked in her light, and that light is now exposing everything done in darkness. Okay? So what do you think is going to happen? They'll continue to favor Queen Naomi over you. You continue to walk in her shadow. You will not rest. The only way you can rest is to accept peace. Look at the way Dr. Elizabeth is so respected, loved. Sorry. Dr. Elizabeth is so respected. Dr. Elizabeth is so loved in the palace. It's because she showed maturity, okay? She has shown so much maturity. That some people have come out to tell her that this is no longer royal jealousy, this is spiritual provocation. And the elders in Ile-Ife do not take this lightly. Within hours of her dramatic exit, you said they had to go and consult the oracle and a lot of that. That Ooni of Ife has called the family and told them to warn her. As in, that right now that people are talking, they will not do anything to stop their daughter. When something happens, and they'll be looking for who to blame. Ebony cannot fight Queen Naomi. They say that is what the Ooni of Ife said. That Ebony cannot fight Queen Naomi. Ebony does not have what it takes to fight Queen Naomi. Ebony is walking into a forest where no human returns. She is not just jealous. She is defying the will of the God. Queen Naomi was chosen not by man, but by the spirit that founded this land. To fight her is to fight Ile-Ife itself. That was what the Ooni of Ife told her, that the family should warn her. Going to bring you more updates. Do not forget, these are all alleged, rumored, unverified information making the rounds on social media and should not be seen as fact.